A hidden will sparked whispers of betrayal in Jeddah's glittering night. Lena, a Filipina newlywed, stood frozen in her husband's opulent study. The air smelled of oud and polished mahogany, heavy with secrets. Her fingers trembled, clutching a crumpled document she should not have found. It was a will, handwritten, sealed in a locked drawer. Her husband, Faisal, a Saudi millionaire, never mentioned it. The paper named her sole heir, bypassing his powerful family. Lena's heart raced as waves crashed faintly outside the villa. Jeddah's coastal breeze carried salt and unease through open windows. She heard distant laughter from the family's lavish dinner downstairs. Faisal's voice boomed, charming, masking something darker beneath. Lena's sandals clicked softly on the cool marble floor. She tucked the will back, her mind spiraling with questions. Why hide this? Why her? What did Faisal fear? The study's gold-trimmed walls seemed to close in around her. A faint hum of traffic drifted from the city beyond. Lena's throat tightened, her pulse loud in her ears. She met Faisal 6 months ago, a whirlwind romance. He was older, charismatic, with eyes that pierced her soul. She left Manila for him, dazzled by his wealth. Now, doubt gnawed at her like a hungry rat. The will's ink looked fresh, written in hurried strokes. Faisal's family despised her, their smiles sharp as knives. His sister, Noor, whispered gold digger behind delicate hands. Lena felt their stares, cold, slicing through her confidence. The villa's chandeliers glittered, casting shadows like lurking ghosts. She smoothed her silk abaya, its fabric cool against skin. A clock ticked loudly, each second a warning pulse. Lena needed answers before the family's dinner ended. She slipped out, the corridor dim, smelling of jasmine. Faisal's mother, Amira, ruled the family with iron grace. Her voice carried from below, commanding, edged with venom. Lena paused, her breath shallow, listening to their chatter. They spoke of inheritance, of Faisal's reckless choices. Her name surfaced, spat with disdain, a foreign intruder. Lena's stomach churned, her palms slick with sweat. She crept toward the staircase, with creaking underfoot. The ocean's rhythm outside matched her pounding heart. Faisal promised her love, but this felt like danger. The will's words burned in her memory, undeniable. She was no heiress, just a nurse from Manila. Why would Faisal rewrite his legacy for her? The thought sent shivers down her spine, icy, sharp. She reached the staircase, its banisters smooth, cold. Voices grew louder, plates clinking, a false harmony. Lena's mind flashed to their wedding 3 months ago. Faisal's family attended, their eyes glinting with suspicion. Nur gifted her a necklace, heavy, almost suffocating. Lena wore it now, its weight pressing her chest. She touched it, the metal cold, oddly menacing. A door slammed below, startling her, her breath catching. Faisal's laugh echoed, warm but now unsettlingly hollow. Lena descended, each step deliberate, her sandals silent. The dining room glowed, candles flickering like wary eyes. Crystal glasses sparkled, reflecting wealth, hiding truths. Lena lingered in the shadows, unseen, heart pounding. Amira's gaze swept the room, sharp as a hawk's. Nur leaned close to her, whispering, lips curled. Lena caught fragments. Outsider, disgrace. Must act. Her skin prickled, the air thick with conspiracy. Faisal sat at the table's head, smiling, oblivious. Or was he? His eyes flicked toward her. Lena froze, her breath trapped, pulse hammering wildly. Did he know she found the will? The room's warmth felt suffocating, heavy with perfume. Lena's fingers brushed the necklace, its clasp tight. She needed to confront Faisal, but not here. The family's laughter rang, sharp like breaking glass. Lena backed away, her sandals scuffing the floor. She needed a plan, a way to survive. The will changed everything, a dangerous, glittering trap. She slipped into the kitchen, its tiles cold, slick. The smell of saffron and roasted lamb lingered. A maid glanced up, her eyes curious, then averted. Lena's hands shook as she grabbed a glass. Water spilled, cold droplets splashing her trembling fingers. She drank, the liquid soothing her parched throat. Her mind raced, piecing together Faisal's hidden motives. He courted her fast, his promises overwhelming, intense. She believed his love, but now saw cracks. The will felt like a shield or a target. Lena set the glass down, its clink echoing. Footsteps approached, heavy, deliberate, from the hall. Her heart leapt, her body tensing, ready to flee. Faisal's voice called her name, soft, too calm. She turned, the kitchen dim, shadows stretching long. He stood in the doorway, his smile unreadable. Lena's breath hitched, her fingers gripping the counter. His eyes held hers, searching, a storm brewing. The necklace tightened, or maybe her fear did. Faisal stepped closer, his cologne sharp, invasive. He spoke her name again, voice low, intimate. Lena's skin crawled, her instinct screaming to run. The will's secret burned between them, unspoken, heavy. She forced a smile, her lips dry, cracking. Faisal's hand reached out, brushing her arm lightly. His touch was warm, but it felt like ice. The kitchen's hum faded, the world narrowing fast. Lena's mind screamed, "He knows, he knows, he knows." Her eyes darted to the door, her escape. Faisal's grip tightened, his smile fading slightly. He whispered something, his breath hot, unsettling. Lena's heart stopped as his words sank in. The will was not his only secret. Something darker lurked, tied to his family. Lena's knees weakened, the room spinning, disorienting. She pulled back, her arms slipping free. Faisal's eyes darkened, a predator's glint emerging. The necklace felt heavier, a noose tightening slowly. Lena stepped back, her sandals scraping the floor. The maid watched silent, her face unreadable now. Faisal's voice softened, but danger laced it. He asked where she had been, his tone probing. Lena lied, her voice steady despite her fear. She said she needed air, felt unwell. Faisal nodded, but his eyes betrayed suspicion. The family's voices rose again, calling him back. He hesitated, then turned, leaving her alone. Lena exhaled, her body trembling, adrenaline surging. The kitchen's cool air did little to calm her. She touched the necklace again, its weight oppressive. Something was wrong with it, something sinister. She unclasped it, her fingers fumbling, desperate. The metal gleamed, revealing a tiny engraved symbol, a scorpion etched delicately, its meaning unclear. Lena's stomach dropped, her breath shallow, panicked. The symbol felt like a warning, a threat. She shoved the necklace into her pocket, shaking. The villa's walls seemed to whisper, watching her. Lena needed to find the will's truth. She slipped back into the hall, heart racing. The ocean's waves roared louder, mirroring her turmoil. Faisal's family was planning something. She felt it. The will was her leverage, or her doom. Lena's steps quickened, her mind sharp, alert. She had to act before they did. The night was young, but danger was closer. Lena's heart pounded as she clutched the scorpion-etched necklace in her pocket. Jeddah's midnight air was thick with salt and secrets. The villa's marble halls echoed with distant clinks of crystal. She moved silently, her sandals whispering against polished stone. Faisal's family lingered downstairs, their voices sharp, plotting. The hidden will burned in her mind, a dangerous riddle. Lena needed proof, something confirm her fears. The ocean roared outside, its waves crashing like warnings. She slipped into Faisal's office, the door creaking softly. The room smelled of leather and stale coffee, oppressive. Moonlight spilled through tall windows, casting jagged shadows. Her fingers brushed the desk. It was smooth, cold. The locked drawer called to her, hiding more secrets. Lena's breath caught as she searched for a key. A faint rustle came from the hallway, chilling her. She froze, her pulse loud, drowning out the ocean. No one appeared, but the air felt alive, watching. She found a small key taped beneath the desk. Her hand shook, unlocking the drawer with a click. Inside lay the will, its paper crisp, accusing. But there was more, a photo, old, edges worn. It showed Faisal with a woman, not her. The woman's eyes were dark, her smile haunting. Lena's stomach twisted. the image heavy in her hand. Who was she? Why was this hidden? The necklace in her pocket seemed to pulse. Lena tucked the photo away, her mind racing. Footsteps echoed closer, deliberate, heavy on marble. She snapped the drawer shut, her heart lurching. The door handle turned, slow, menacingly deliberate. Lena ducked behind a velvet curtain, heart hammering. The fabric smelled of dust, clinging to her skin. Nor entered, her abaya rustling like dry leaves. Her eyes scanned the room, sharp, predatory, knowing. Lena held her breath, the curtain's weight suffocating. Nora's heels clicked, pausing near the desk. She muttered something, her voice low, venomous. Lena caught words. Will outsider, must disappear. Her blood ran cold, her fingers gripping the curtain. Nora's phone buzzed, its screen glowing in the dark. She answered, her tone clipped, conspiratorial, urgent. Lena's legs trembled, her sandals slipping on marble. Nora left, the door clicking shut, silence returning. Lena exhaled, her body shaking, adrenaline surging wildly. The photo and what were her only leverage. She slipped out, the hall dark, air heavy. The villa's chandeliers flickered, casting ghostly, dancing shadows. Lena's mind churned, piecing together fragmented clues. The woman in the photo, was she a threat? The scorpion symbol felt like a dark omen. She reached the guest room, her temporary sanctuary. The bed's silk sheets were cool, faintly perfumed. Lena locked the door, her hands still trembling. She pulled out the photo, studying it closely. The woman wore a necklace, identical to hers. Lena's breath hitched, her fingers tracing the scorpion. Was this a warning, a mark, a curse? She hid the photo under the mattress, shaking. The villa's silence was eerie, broken by waves. Lena's mind flashed to Faisal's charming smile. His warmth now felt like a calculated mask. She needed to search his private study upstairs. The risk was high, but answers were there. She crept out, the staircase looming like judgment. Each step creaked, though it old, unyielding. The air grew warmer, thick with rose incense. Faisal's study door was ajar, light spilling out. Lena's heart stopped, her body tensing instantly. Voices murmured inside, low, urgent, secretive. She recognized Faisal's tone, smooth but strained. Another voice, Amira's, cut through, sharp, commanding. Lena pressed against the wall, her pulse deafening. The wall's plaster was cool, grounding her fear. They spoke of money, power, a missing woman. Lena's mind raced to the photo's haunting face. Was she dead? Missing? Tied to the will? Faisal's voice rose, defensive, edged with panic. Amira hissed, her words cold, slicing like blades. Lena's fingers dug into her palm, drawing blood. The necklace in her pocket felt heavier, cursed. She needed to see inside, to know more. The door's gap showed Faisal's tense, sweating face. Amira stood tall, her eyes glinting with malice. A file lay open, paper scattered, incriminating. Lena's breath caught, her body rigid, exposed. Faisal's eyes flicked toward the door, sensing her. She pulled back, her heart pounding, nearly collapsing. The hallway's shadows swallowed her, offering brief safety. She ran downstairs, her sandals slapping the floor. The kitchen was dark, smelling of cold coffee. Lena hid there, her breath ragged, mind spinning. The photo, the will, the scorpion, clues intertwined. Faisal's family was hiding a deadly secret. She needed to find the woman's identity. The villa's walls seemed to whisper, mocking her. A clock chimed midnight, its toll heavy, ominous. Lena's phone buzzed, a message from Faisal. "Come to bed, my love," it read, chillingly. Her skin crawled, his words dripping with deceit. She deleted the message, her hands shaking violently. The kitchen's tiles were cold, grounding her panic. She needed to act, to uncover the truth. The maid appeared, her eyes wide, knowing. Lena froze, her heart racing, trust shattered. The maid whispered, "You found it, didn't you?" Lena's mouth went dry, her voice failing her. The maid's gaze flicked to the pocketed necklace. "Be careful," she said, then vanished silently. Lena's stomach churned, the warning sinking deep. The villa felt alive, its secrets closing in. She needed to search the family's private wing. The risk was insane, but so was staying still. Lena slipped into the hall, shadows her cloak. The air smelled of jasmine, cloying, suffocating. Her sandals were silent, her steps cautious, deliberate. The private wing's door loomed, heavy, forbidding. She turned the handle, its metal icy, unyielding. It opened, revealing a corridor lit by moonlight. Paintings lined the walls, faces staring, judging. Lena's heart raced, each step a gamble. A locked room at the end beckoned her. She found a hairpin, her hand steadying slowly. The lock clicked, the door creaking open. Inside, the air was stale, heavy with dust. A desk held papers, photos, and a knife. The knife's blade gleamed, its handle worn, used. Lena's breath hitched, her fingers hovering, frozen. A photo showed the same woman, smiling, alive. Another showed her lifeless, eyes empty, gone. Lena's knees buckled, her vision blurring fast. The woman was dead, and Faisal knew. The will, the necklace, the photo, connected, damning. Lena grabbed the photos, her hands trembling uncontrollably. Footsteps echoed behind her, heavy, too close. She spun, the knife glinting, her only defense. The door swung wide, a shadow filling it. Lena's scream caught in her throat, silenced. The figure stepped forward, their face obscured. Her heart stopped, the room spinning, darkening. The ocean's roar outside was her only anchor. The shadow in the doorway loomed, its presence choking the air. Lena's fingers tightened around the knife, its metal cold, biting. Jedda's ocean roared outside, a relentless, thundering pulse. The room smelled of dust and forgotten secrets, suffocating. Her heart slammed against her ribs, loud, uncontrollable. The figure stepped forward, moonlight revealing Noor's sharp features. Lena's breath caught, her body rigid, knife trembling. Noor's eyes glinted, cold, like a scorpion's sting. She hissed Lena's name, her voice dripping venom. The photos in Lena's hand felt like burning coal. Noor's gaze flicked to them, her lips curling. "You should not have come here," Noor whispered. Lena's throat tightened, her voice trapped, silent. The villa's walls seemed to lean closer, listening. Noor stepped forward, her abaya rustling ominously. Lena backed away, her sandals scraping dusty wood. The knife gleamed, her only shield, her only threat. Noor's smile was thin, sharp, a predator's grin. "You found her, didn't you?" Noor said softly. Lena's mind raced, the dead woman's face haunting. The photos showed her alive, then gone, murdered. Lena's voice broke free, shaky, demanding answers. Who was she? Why is she dead? Noor laughed, a sound like shattering glass. The air grew heavier, thick with rose incense. Lena's skin prickled, her pulse a frantic drum. Noor's hand slipped into her pocket, deliberate, slow. Lena raised a knife, her arm trembling, unsteady. The ocean's crash outside mirrored her rising panic. Noor pulled out a key, small, glinting, familiar. It matched the one from Faisal's desk drawer. Lena's stomach dropped, her mind spinning wildly. Noor knew about the will, the photos, everything. "You're meddling in things you cannot understand," Noor said. Lena's legs shook, but she held her ground. The room's shadows danced, twisting like specters. Noor stepped closer, her perfume sharp, invasive. Lena's back hit the wall, cold plaster biting. She clutched the photos, her evidence, her lifeline. Noor's eyes locked on them, hungry, dangerous. "Give me those and you might live," Noor said. Lena's heart screamed no, her grip tightening. The knife's edge caught moonlight, flashing defiance. Noor lunged, her hands clawing for photos. Lena swung the knife, a desperate, clumsy arc. Noor dodged, her abaya swirling like black smoke. The room spun, dust stinging Lena's eyes, throat. She bolted for the door, her sandals slipping. Noor's hand grazed her arm, nails digging deep. Lena yelped, pain searing, blood trickling warm. The corridor stretched ahead, dark, endless, menacing. She ran. The photos crumpled in her fist. Nora's footsteps pounded behind, relentless, closing in. The villa's chandeliers flickered, casting ghostly light. Lena's lungs burned, her breath ragged, desperate. She turned a corner, the air thick, jasmine-heavy. A staircase loomed, its steps steep, unforgiving. Lena stumbled down, her sandals slapping marble. Nora's voice echoed, calling her name, taunting. The ocean's roar grew louder, a distant lifeline. Lena reached the ground floor, heart exploding. The dining room was empty. Candles burned low. Plates sat untouched, their food cold, abandoned. Lena's eyes darted, searching for an escape. The front door was too far, too exposed. She ducked into the kitchen, tiles icy slick. The smell of saffron lingered, faint, haunting. Lena crouched behind a counter, knife still clutched. Nora's heels clicked closer, slow, deliberate, hunting. Lena's breath hitched, her body trembling, frozen. The photos in her hand felt like a curse. The woman's dead eyes stared through her memory. Nora's shadow stretched across the kitchen floor. Lena's heart stopped, her fingers numb, aching. The knife slipped slightly, her palms slick with sweat. Nora paused, her breath audible, predatory calm. "Lena, you cannot hide forever," she purred. The words slithered, cold, wrapping around Lena's spine. She clutched the scorpion necklace in her pocket. Its metal was warm now, pulsing with dread. Lena's mind raced, piecing together Nora's role. Was Nora the killer, or just the enforcer? The will named Lena, but why the secrecy? Faisal's charm now seemed a dangerous facade. The kitchen's hum was silent, the air still. Nora's heels clicked again, moving past counter. Lena held her breath, her body coiled. Ready? She peeked out, Nora's back turned, searching. Lena bolted, her sandals silent, heart pounding. She reached the back door, its handle cold. It opened to a garden, moonlit, fragrant. Jasmine blooms glowed, their scent overwhelming, cloying. Lena ran, twigs snapping under her frantic steps. The ocean's waves crashed, guiding her, urging. She clutched the photos, her only proof. Nora's voice shouted behind, sharp, commanding, furious. Lena's legs burned, her lungs screaming for air. She reached the garden's edge, a low wall. Beyond it, the beach stretched, sand silver, endless. Lena vaulted over, landing hard, knees buckling. The sand was cool, gritty, clinging to her skin. She ran toward the water, waves roaring louder. Nora's footsteps crunched behind, relentless, gaining. Lena's mind screamed, her options dwindling fast. The photos were her weapon, her only defense. She turned, facing Nora, knife raised, trembling. Nora stopped, her eyes blazing, face contorted. "You're nothing but a thief," Nora spat. Lena's voice shook, but she stood firm. "I know about her, Nora. I know." Nora's face paled, her confidence cracking slightly. The ocean spray misted Lena's face, salty, cold. She waved the photos, their edges curling damp. Nora's hand twitched, reaching for something hidden. Lena's heart leapt, her instincts screaming danger. She stepped back, the sand shifting unsteady. Nora pulled a small blade, its edge gleaming. Lena's breath caught, her knife feeling useless. The beach was empty, the villa distant, silent. Nora advanced, her movement swift, calculated, deadly. Lena's mind flashed to the maid's warning. "Be careful," the maid had said, eyes knowing. Was the maid part of this, or against it? Lena's sandals sank deeper, slowing her steps. Nora's blade caught moonlight, a sliver of death. Lena turned and ran, her heart exploding. The ocean's edge was close, waves crashing violently. She clutched the photos, her evidence, her survival. Nora's breath was close, her blade too near. Lena tripped, falling hard, sand in her mouth. The knife flew from her hand, lost. Nora loomed above, her blade raised, merciless. Lena rolled, sand gritty, sticking to her skin. She grabbed a rock, its surface rough, heavy. Nora swung, the blade slicing air missing. Lena scrambled up, rock. System, rock in hand, desperate. The ocean roared, its spray cold, blinding. Nor lunged again, her face twisted, feral. Lena swung the rock, connecting with Nor's arm. Nor yelped, her blade dropping, sand swallowing it. Lena ran, photos still clutched, heart racing. The beach stretched endless, the villa a distant glow. Nor's curses echoed, fading into the waves. Lena's legs gave out, her body collapsing. She lay in the sand, chest heaving, alive. The photos were safe, but danger was closer. The scorpion necklace burned in her pocket. Lena lay in the sand, her breath ragged, shallow. Jedda's ocean roared, its waves crashing relentless. The photos in her hand were damp, crumpled. The scorpion necklace burned against her thigh, heavy. The distant figure watched, a shadow in moonlight. Lena's heart pounded, her skin prickling with dread. She scrambled up, sand gritty, clinging to her. The villa glowed faintly, its lights mocking her. Her sandals sank, slowing her desperate, stumbling steps. The figure moved closer, deliberate, silent, menacing. Lena's fingers tightened on the photos, her lifeline. The air smelled of salt and blooming jasmine. Waves sprayed her face cold, stinging, disorienting. She ran toward the villa, her chest burning. The figure's steps crunched, steady, gaining ground. Lena's mind raced, the photos screaming secrets. The dead woman's face haunted her, eyes empty. The will named her heir, a dangerous honor. Faisal's charm now felt like a trap. Lena reached the garden, twigs snapping underfoot. The villa's back door loomed, slightly ajar. She slipped inside, the kitchen dark, silent. The smell of saffron lingered, faint, ghostly. Her sandals slid on tiles, cold, unforgiving. The photos fell heavier, their truth suffocating. Lena's pulse thundered, her ears straining for sound. The figure's steps stopped, replaced by eerie quiet. She crept toward the hall, heart hammering wildly. Chandeliers flickered, casting shadows like twisted fingers. Lena clutched the necklace, its scorpion etching biting. She needed to find Faisal, demand the truth. The villa's air was thick, heavy with incense. Her steps echoed, each one a risky betrayal. A door creaked upstairs, faint but alarming. Lena froze, her breath caught, body tense. The photos crinkled in her hand, accusing. She climbed the stairs, with creaking ominous. The hallway was dark, walls whispering secrets. Faisal's study door was open, light spilling out. Lena's stomach twisted, her instinct screaming danger. She peeked inside, her breath shallow, rapid. Faisal sat at his desk, papers scattered, frantic. His face was pale, sweat beading, eyes wild. Lena's heart stopped, the photos burning her hand. He looked up, his gaze locking on her. "Lena," he whispered, his voice hoarse, broken. The room smelled of coffee and fear, acrid. She stepped forward, photos raised, voice trembling. Who was she, Faisal? Why is she dead? His eyes widened, a flicker of panic surfacing. The necklace in her pocket felt like fire. Faisal stood, his chair scraping, loud, jarring. "You should not have those," he said, low. Lena's hand shook, the photos trembling, damning. The woman's face flashed, alive, then lifeless. Faisal's eyes darted to the door, nervous. Lena's skin crawled, sensing someone else near. The maid appeared, her face pale, knowing. Lena's breath hitched, her trust shattered, raw. The maid's eyes flicked to the photos, urgent. She was his first wife, the maid whispered. Lena's world tilted, her knees nearly buckling. Faisal's face twisted, rage replacing fear, sudden. "Quiet," he snarled, his voice a whip. The maid flinched but stood her ground, defiant. Lena's mind reeled, the photos now heavier. His first wife? Dead? Hidden from her? The scorpion necklace pulsed, its meaning clearer. Faisal lunged, his hand grabbing for photos. Lena stumbled back, her sandals slipping, frantic. The maid moved, blocking Faisal, her body tense. "Run, Lena," The maid said, voice steady. Lena bolted, the hallway blurring, heart exploding. Faisal's shout echoed, angry, desperate, chilling. The villa's walls seemed to close in, suffocating. Lena reached the guest room, door slamming. She locked it, her hand shaking, fumbling. The photos fell, scattering across the floor. The woman's face stared up, accusing, lifeless. Lena's breath caught, her mind spinning, unraveling. The scorpion symbol matched the necklace, deliberate. Was she marked like the first wife? Faisal's footsteps pounded, nearing, relentless, terrifying. Lena grabbed the photos, shoving them under the mattress. The door rattled, Faisal's voice soft, dangerous. Lena, open the door. We must talk. Her skin prickled, his words dripping with deceit. The room's silk curtains swayed, moonlit, ghostly. Lena's eyes darted, searching for an escape. The window was high, its frame cold, narrow. She climbed, her fingers scraping rough wood. The ocean's roar outside was her only guide. Faisal's knocks grew louder, insistent, threatening. Lena pushed the window, its hinges creaking, stubborn. She squeezed through, landing on soft grass. The garden's jasmine scent was cloying, overwhelming. Her sandals sank into damp soil, grounding her. She ran, the villa's lights fading, accusing. The beach stretched ahead, sand silver, endless. Lena's heart raced, the photo's weight gone. But the necklace remained, its scorpion biting. She reached the shore, waves crashing violent. A figure emerged from the shadows, familiar, chilling. Amira, Faisal's mother, stood tall, eyes gleaming. Lena froze, her breath trapped, pulse deafening. Amira's abaya billowed black like a storm cloud. You cannot outrun this, Amira said, calm. Lena's voice broke free, shaky, defiant. I know about the will, the murder. Amira's smile was cold, sharp, a blade's edge. The ocean sprayed, salty, stinging Lena's face. Amira stepped closer, her perfume heavy, suffocating. You're not the first to find it, she said. Lena's blood ran cold, her body trembling. The first wife's necklace matched hers, identical. Was Amira the killer, orchestrating everything? The photos were safe, but Lena was not. Amira's hand moved, revealing a glinting object. Lena's heart stopped, her instincts screaming run. The object was a key, small, scorpion-etched. It matched the one from Faisal's drawer. Lena's mind exploded, connections snapping into place. The will, the murder, the necklace, all planned. Amira's eyes bored into her, calculating, merciless. You were a means to an end, Amira said. Lena's legs shook, the sand shifting, unsteady. The key gleamed, a symbol of betrayal. Faisal's footsteps crunched, joining Amira united. Lena's breath hitched, her world collapsing fast. They planned it together, husband and mother. The first wife's death was no accident. Lena was next, her role now clear. The will was bait, luring her in. Her marriage was a lie, a deadly game. Lena stepped back, waves lapping her ankles. The water was cold, pulling, almost alive. Amira's smile widened, her key raised, taunting. Faisal's face was unreadable, his betrayal complete. Lena's hand clutched the necklace, her only clue. The scorpion's meaning was clear now, deadly. She turned, running, sand flying, heart bursting. The ocean roared, drowning their approaching steps. A boat bobbed in the distance, lights flickering. Lena's hope sparked, faint but burning bright. She splashed into the water, cold, shocking. Amira's voice called, sharp, promising retribution. Lena swam, her arms aching, photos abandoned. The boat grew closer, its hull dark, inviting. A hand reached out, pulling her aboard, strong. Lena gasped, her rescuer's face hidden, shadowed. The boat rocked, waves slapping, engine humming. Her heart pounded, questions flooding her mind. Who was this? Ally or new threat? The villa faded, but the danger lingered.